right. This is Uncle Mark in the mothership with a 3-string La Voyage cigar box guitar. And we're working on Robin Trower, Two Rolling Stones. If you haven't seen my first lesson, you really should look at it because it won't make any sense. We left off here. Okay? So I'm going to go through that last little section. Okay? And then I'll go right into this new section that we didn't work on. Bringing me some new bad news. Take us, get the honey, give us sing the blues. Yeah, got lost. That's where we left off. Two Rolling Stone, baby. All right, so we're in C here. We're going to stretch up and just use these two notes of this D sharp chord. So instead of a D sharp, we're going to use these two notes. Okay, this is a B flat. Okay, D sharp. So you're going to be here. So you're going to have to play all three notes and then two. And that takes some getting used to. Toggling back and forth between a strum and a partial strum, like we're doing here with 3 to 2, and working the wah pedal. Can feel complicated, and add the vocals to it and it really seems like a moonshot. I know it really does seem like a moonshot, but you guys can handle this. Just take it in parts. Take everything I've showed you in this lesson in small parts and learn each part and then put all the parts together. That is the way that you get these complicated songs. My wife has a saying, how do you eat an elephant? Well, you eat it one bite at a time. That's the only way you can eat this song as well, is take a little chunk and just keep taking the chunks and then start putting them together. It's kind of like War Pigs in that way. You have to learn so many different sections, but once you get them all, you can start putting them together in a cohesive whole. So, we're here on C, and we're going to hit these two notes. We remember what these two notes are, right? B flat, D sharp. Now we got to come up, okay, from this B flat to the C and the F. Now, you can come down this way, or you can just stay here. I tend to stay here, but it's probably more accurate to come down. I don't know. You know, I don't do it. The people I play this for in the bar, they do not care about these tiny little minute details that us musicians fret over. Excuse the pun. Haha, fret. But I do. I fret over all of these things, and I think about them, and I start deep thinking them and go, God, everybody know? You know what? A bunch of drunk guys and gals in the bar that want to hear Robin Trower do not care. Trust me, they just don't care. That one musician cat in there, he'll be like, wow, that was cool, and that's the end of it. That's all you'll ever hear of it. So don't worry too much that you're getting too read into. There's very, very few musicians at the bar. All right, from here, you have to go all the way up. This is what took me the hardest, was coming from here and getting my first finger all the way up to this C. Okay, so if you look, you're at 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You're at 17 frets. Here's a dot on my instrument here that gets me to this point, and I just know to stay a whole tone apart or 2 frets apart on my D string. I don't worry about anything else. I'm just here. And so you're up here, C, and A, and you're going to come down to B flat and G. And you're going to do that at the same time you press down on your wah. Stone, baby. So this was the hardest part for me, was getting up to the C and this A and playing it without hitting that note. So it was very difficult for me, but that's where you want to be. Now for soloing around, okay, we know the song is in C. And we're on C. So a trick I use is I will take these 2 notes and I will come down a semitone or a half step. And instead of going to C, here is my trick. This is the Mark trick, so I'm just showing you what I do. I will go here, right, to B, and come up to C. So watch how I play this a little bit. I will play that. I will kind of cry up to the note I want to hit. So instead of, I will go. Okay? And what it does is it creates an effect. You know, with soloing with a 3-string guitar, we only have so many notes. We don't have a whole bunch of mids and trebles that we can work around and create a pattern that is just beautiful. We have very, very limited space and notes to work with. So we have to discover tricks. This is a trick I use. And that's a C. We know that works. We know D sharp works because the why wah pedal is very forgiving in many ways. You can wah up and down and porpoise a little bit, and it doesn't matter quite if you make the notes exactly perfect as long as you're moving chromatically. And what I mean is you're moving. So here we are in C. You know, throughout that whole sequence, I hit a ton of notes that are all sour. But the wah tends to flatten the sour out and bring up the notes you want to hit. So, just fool around with this song, okay? Just remember, the whole thing is a... All right, Robin Trower on a 3-string cigar box guitar. It is magic, man. It is magic. These are magic boxes. So I want to say thank you so much for watching these videos. And, you know, for you beginners that are looking at these complicated things, you can do this. It just takes a lot of time and a lot of practice. The fundamentals are the key. Go through my left hand technique. Go through my right hand technique. Study those lessons really well. This will happen faster learning those things first. There's no other way to say it. The fundamentals are what matter most. Thank you so much. I do have a donate link down below. It's a paypal.me/Uncle Mark Tips. I know sometimes it's difficult to deal with PayPal and not have a PayPal account and blah, blah, blah. There are workarounds. You can find them if you want to. Not cool too. I love you all. Thank you so much for sharing on social media, all the things you do for me. I really, really appreciate it. Getting the word out, subscribing, letting other people know that this channel does exist, and your comments on the bottom of my on the lessons, man, that really helps me become a better teacher. So thank you, and we'll see you another time.